Hello, everybody. Entertainment Fuse proudly presents Digital High. I am Aaron with my co-host Vince,
Hello.
and that's it. It's just us two.
I think you can say that's it. That's the end of the podcast.
That's it.
Goodbye.
All right, outro. We're done.
Yeah. This week has been so boring. We
It
did a
is.
10-second podcast.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be junk all going on.
Yeah. I mean, if you love arguing about resolution, then it's been another good week. This is 720p and S1080p, and this is 4K. And I was asking Aaron before what happened to 1080i. It's time for that to make a comeback.
Yeah. 1081i. Need that one extra little pixel or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Too bad Marquise isn't here because I think last week he mentioned, or no, when he was last on, he mentioned House of Cards, and since then I've kind of gotten into it. I know you hate TV shows, so I won't talk about it too long. I know you hate all of TV besides like Ninja Turtles, but it, it actually I actually like season 2. I like season 1, but season 1 felt way too much like Boss to me. But this season feels more like its own thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm liking House of Cards so far.
That's cool. No, I mean I completely understand. It's just like
Do you watch any TV?
well yeah.
Is it like
Um
crappy reality TV or do you have show?
no,
What do you,
hell
what do
with
you
that nonsense.
watch?
No. When I do get around to watching stuff, it's usually sometimes I watch stuff to make me feel better. Usually like Big Bang Theory and
Oh my
Two
god.
Broke Girls, just because that
Oh
makes me
my
feel
god.
smart. No. Just because of how some of it's just cheap laughs and shit like that. But I mean, still like some of the stuff like with Bill Nye, it wasn't too bad. I mean, especially when you had Bill Nye and what the hell's that other guy's name? He's a comedian and he's like the slowest comedian on the planet, but he's hilarious.
Are we not talking about Bill Nye, the science guy?
No,
Or are
no,
we
no,
talking
no.
about somebody else?
They did an episode where they had Bill Nye the Science Guy, and they brought back this other guy who's a comedian, but he's old, so he's like even slower. But he's an extremely slow speaking comedian. I
Huh.
mean,
I don't know. I don't watch really anything on CBS, so I can't tell
but
you.
I mean,
It's
like,
weird that when
no,
I lived in LA, I knew someone who who was friends with Bill Nye's son. I heard some interesting stories about him.
really,
Surprisingly, that show has groupies, like
I
his
wouldn't be
old show.
surprised.
And yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm not sure how slander works. So,
Oh my
but
gosh,
yeah, but yeah, I heard some interesting things.
that's cool. Well, whatever. A real person's a real person, no matter what.
Yeah, it sounds like he's
Science guy.
having fun,
Yeah.
so nothing wrong with
The
that.
way I put it, as long as he ain't hurting nobody, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, playing doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, but like any TV I watch, I'm trying to think. Because usually I just get caught up on stuff that's been playing. Like, I try and watch, Hemlock Grove. I've been trying to get caught up on that. I'm looking forward to what? No, that's all
Out of all the
Netflix.
shows you can watch, that's the
It's
one.
okay. It's okay. But like, in all honesty, because I'm waiting for like the new Netflix Marvel one. It's like Luke Cage and Iron Fist. That's Netflix only.
Yeah,
That's going
and
pretty soon.
Daredevil and
Yeah.
Spider Woman. Forgot
Yeah.
her real name. Yeah,
I think that could be all right. That's got potential.
yeah.
I've been bitching at people. It's like they want to do, they want to bring a black superhero to the Marvel universe like the Avengers, and they pick the fucking Falcon. It's like, no, bring in Luke Cage. He's a badass motherfucker. He's got indestructible skin. Bring him in, Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage is okay. I like Black Panther more,
Oh yeah,
but
Black Panther. Anybody other than the Falcon. What's he got? Wings? No, he's actually got a flight suit, so he doesn't really have wings. A bird? Yeah, he mentally talks to a bird like Aquaman talks to fish. Okay, moving on.
yeah, man. But in that world, it seems like it's just better for him to have an Iron Man suit than wings,
Well,
because the
yeah,
rest of him isn't even like bulletproof.
exactly. So it's like, what does he have then? I mean, like, oh, he can fly. Oh, Iron Man can fly and shoot lasers. Done. Falcon loses every fight. It's just like what. That's one thing I've never in my whole history been like a fan of Falcon. Every time, it just feels like I'd rather pick like the Wasp, and I think she would be able to whoop
No,
his
the
ass.
Wasp is useless. No.
No, compare. No, she can at least shoot lasers. I mean, on equal grounds, if you give them training like that, she still wins because she can at least shoot lasers. She has
I'm just
some.
used to like the cartoons and stuff. The only thing I ever saw, the only thing useful I saw Wasp do was like fly into the Hulk's ear,
Yeah,
and
like
that was
she can
like that's
shrink.
about it.
I mean, yeah. Well, there you go. She shrinks into Falcon's ear, shoots his brain a bunch with lasers, and he's dead.
Hmm.
What can Falcon do? Caw caw ah ee tookie tookie.
Well, I think he can talk. I don't think he's part. He's not a werewolf. He's not like
No,
a
I know.
were.
I'm just
He's not like
saying.
a were falcon
No, I know.
that he can
I
talk.
know. I'm just saying. He's just like I'd rather have Birdman for God's sakes than the Falcon.
The rapper.
No, 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 Birdman.
I'd
You know,
rather
like
have Lil
Space
Wayne than
Ghost,
Birdman.
Birdman, way back in the day. I'd rather have those superheroes than
Harvey Birdman from the
Harvey
Cartoon
Birdman.
Network show.
Before he became Harvey Birdman, it was just
There
Birdman.
was never a before. He was
Yeah, there
always
was.
Harvey Birdman. He's
There
always a
was
lawyer.
too. He was an actual god to honest Superman or like
No,
Supergirl.
Superman.
He was. He's a superhero. He shot lasers and stuff and fought bad guys. Oh
Is
yeah,
this like space? Was it Space
Space
Ghost, Coast
Ghost.
to Coast?
Yeah,
Are
Space
they
Ghost before
partners?
Coast to Coast was a superhero,
No.
and he had
One
yeah
was
he had
always a TV show host, and
no
the
he
other was
had
always a
Space
lawyer.
Ghost had and he was a superhero and he had like two kids as sidekicks and then there's a monkey and the whole thing was the kids and the monkey had jetpacks and they had like a button on their suit they could press and turn invisible. Other than that, they couldn't do shit. And like Space Ghost, he had those arm bands and he could shoot lasers and stuff.
Hmm.
So like the kids didn't do shit except for turn invisible and maybe help them out. Otherwise, they just got in trouble. And Space Ghost like, oh, I gotta save your butt again.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm
I'm
not
not
kidding.
sure if you're making this up or not. But
No,
okay.
go look it up. I bet you. I bet you if I go on YouTube right now, I could probably find Birdman, just plain old Birdman. Let's see. All right, just Birdman.
I'll take your word for it.
Sure. Now you're just taking it.
I just knew them for their Cartoon Network comedy stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they were around before then. But anyway, I love how we're talking about
We got way.
Wasp, Falcon, Adult Swim.
Yeah, we got way off on. Of course, talking about TV.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play anything. It's nothing. It was weird going from the Titanfall beta to Battlefield 4. I was just like, this is so much slower, and I actually have to aim in this because it's way harder to hit something in Battlefield than freaking Call of Duty or Titanfall. So
See, that's
I kind of sucked that first match or two when I came back. I didn't do awful. I'm usually like the MVP on my team or on both teams, but in that one, I was kind of like in the middle of the pack, and I was like, "Oh, great! Now I suck at Battlefield." But like two rounds later, I was back to normal.
yeah. See, that's something actually I heard. Is a lot of people they went from Titanfall to Battlefield, and they're like, "How do I call down on Titan again?" Like, oh wait, crap, wrong game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just as fun. It's just like, oh, there's a building over there. Oh wait, I can't jet pack up. I have to find the stairs, and it's really more just a shooting, really too, because like in Call of Duty and Titanfall, you could just hold down the trigger, and basically anybody you can see, you can hit with an assault rifle,
Hmm.
and you don't have to worry about range, you don't have to worry about recoil, you don't have to worry about bullet drop. But in Battlefield, you have to worry about all of those things, and if you have a
Right.
silencer in your gun, you have to worry about it, even more. So it's just more the gunplay is harder but more rewarding in Battlefield. So I had to get used to that again.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I haven't really played anything. But after last week's podcast, I think we were just sitting around talking. They said I forget when it's coming out, like mid-March, late March, the next pack is going to be water focused, and they're bringing Titan mode into Battlefield 4 from Battlefield 2142.
Right.
Yeah, and in Titan mode in that you have to go to like the flying hovering ships.
Yeah.
You like fight to the core.
Yeah.
You get to the core of the ship, you destroy it, then it crashes to the ground and blow up.
Yeah. It's
And
like you
this
gotta
is
do like
they're doing it
4
with water
stages kind of thing.
carriers.
It's like you
Mhm.
gotta do you've gotta like break down the shield, and then after you get down the shield, then you have to open up the doors and find ways in. Then you have to break
Mhm.
down the doors or barrier uh to the core, then bust out, then destroy the core,
Yep.
something like that.
And then sometimes wasn't there like escape pods too? Were there escape
Um,
pods?
I think there were drop pods.
Okay.
It's like for some reason if you wanted to spawn on the ship because like sometimes you'd want to because you could take control of the cannons or the turrets. So, and if you were a pretty good shot, you could actually get some good shots while you're on the Titan. Um, or was it called just the Titan?
I don't remember. I know it was called Titan Mode, like
Right.
the game mode was called that. But yeah, and the naval pack that's come out in March is going to have Titan Mode in it with battleships instead
See,
of
I
floating
told
ships.
you. I told you before. They need to focus more on the water stuff. They're gonna have like harpoons and stuff from like
Yeah,
weeks back.
I mean, looking at BF3, I'm sure each pack will focus, on something
Right.
different because they went in that they went like close quarters, then they went tanks, and then just each pack had a different theme to it. So.
Right. Right. But yeah. See that the one thing I'd be kind of looking forward to is like if they go keep up with that and they'll do something like focus on maybe even like aerial combat with that because I mean it can't be all aqua combat and dealing with boats and things like that. Um, so it'll be kind of cool to see if it's gonna be like an actual just like battleship or is it just gonna be like a battleship in the water or is it gonna be like a flying hover ship?
I mean, I assume it's a battleship
Okay.
because it's not. This isn't sci-fi. Like Battlefield 4 isn't sci-fi at all, so it's probably
Right.
just
Well,
be a
no, I
battleship.
understand. I didn't know if they're like going that way. It's like just for that one mode. They're doing an homage to 2142, and you know, it's the year 2141. It's the prototype, Titan, whatever. But
Yeah.
because I mean, then that does kind of scream out, it being an actual like aircraft carrier or something like that, or having it nearby. So then you can have sea battles, but also have air battles as well. I mean, what better way to get on a ship than maybe kamikazing onto a ship and last minute, deploying your chute and
Yeah.
then
I'm sure I have a helicopter and different planes and stuff too. I'm sure it just won't be, literally only naval water combat. Because like pretty much every map has a helicopter, other than
right,
like the one or two like completely infantry maps like Operation Metro and stuff. Like all of them at least have a transport helicopter.
okay, yeah, I remember because like when I played the demo, like I'd get some cheap kills with the RPG while I was in the helicopter guy would fly up to the top of the roof and I wouldn't bother shooting my gun. I'd just aim with a rocket launcher and get a cheap kill that way.
Yeah. But other than that, I really haven't played anything. I thought about renting Plants vs Zombies, but I was like, yeah, I'll do other stuff until Titanfall comes out. I don't
I've
really
heard
feel
it's
like
actually
playing a.
pretty good. You may like it. I mean, it's not going to be in depth or anything like that, but I mean,
Yeah, it
it
doesn't
might
look bad. It just looks
simple.
it looks simple. But that seems way funner with friends. And I
Hmm.
mean, that's another good thing about Titanfall coming out because I know like at least like 3, 4, 5 guys I play with all the time are like, I don't know about Xbox One. I'll wait until Titanfall comes out. So at least when Titanfall comes out, the 3, 4 main guys I play with are over the last 6, 7 years will have finally have Xbox Ones.
Right,
Because like
right,
right
right.
now I've pretty much been like lone wolfing it on Xbox One. I mean I play with Don, I play with some other people, but it's mainly just been like me playing Battlefield alone and trying to win matches or NBA 2K14 or whatever.
Hmm.
But other than that, I haven't played anything. What about you?
I got back into playing Smite, and that I decided to jump back into it because I know next month they're going like full release. It's supposed to actually release full on the 25th of March, I believe. And I decided, I'm gonna give it a shot. League of Legends keeps on still staying strong, staying ahead of pretty much everybody else. And I was like, I just want to see how well they done, and they've done a lot. And I want to see like
Is it much bigger than Dota too?
I think it will actually be because like there's a straight up battle arena mode, and the whole thing is just kill your opponent's army and kill your opponents. There's no
Hmm.
flags to capture, there's no turrets to take down. It's just 5 versus 5, and for every unit you kill and every unit you get to attack their portal, they lose points. Whoever has the least amount of, whoever loses all their points loses.
And
And
this is Smite you're talking about right now,
yeah,
or League? Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking like it's League. You said League of Legends is the biggest, but it seems like I hear more about Dota 2 than League of Legends. Like, is League's bigger than Dota?
Yeah, if I understand, they still have more players overall or more active accounts. They'll brag about that all the time. They actually just did a new mode where it's now 6 versus 6, which is and all. I think it is actually the first thing in a MOBA that has something like that. It's always been 5-on-5 or 3-on-3. They're the
Hmm.
first ones to do 6-on-6. So
Doesn't even numbers? I've always thought about that. Like when I heard about MOBAs, doesn't even numbers make more sense since you can? Because usually it's what, 3 lanes, then there's 5 people. So
well,
does that mean is one person always alone? You can't, because 2 people are pairing up going 2 directions, and then that fifth guy is alone.
yes and no. I mean, Infinite Crisis, they have their one map that's like that. It's actually 2 lanes. So you can actually have one guy on top and have 2 people jungling, just like going throughout the map and killing random monsters. Or you can have just one guy jungling and have 2 in each lane kind of thing. Um, and in all honesty, it's kind of like a way of keeping the balance of power shifting, because if you've got like one guy at top, one guy in the middle and 2 in the bottom, the one guy at top, he can easily be outnumbered by having the enemy's jungler come in and attack without him knowing. So that's where like the jungler can that's where everybody's role becomes crucial. Every single person is important. If one person starts to falter, it's like starting to hack away at the leg of a table. You can take down one leg and it may be standing up, but if you start putting pressure where that leg's gone, the table's just going to fall over, kind of thing.
Hmm.
So, like, if the top lane starts to fall, then everything starts getting top heavy. There's too much pressure down there. They lose their first tower. Their jungler gets fed. All of a sudden, their enemy team is just simply too powerful. So you're fighting a better equipped, higher level enemy than what you should be, because the other guy simply wasn't doing his job.
Yeah. I
Um,
wouldn't mind playing a MOBA actually. I play them a little bit every now and then, but I wouldn't. It's like certain games when you talk about Final Fantasy, I'm just like, why does anyone play that? I don't get it. Or when I see you play, um, you play. I forgot what you were playing on Twitch. Like that, you were in that room. You were like in a kitchen that had messed up walls, like a
oh, that was
million ways
Seven
to
Days to
die.
Die.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that. Like when I see games like that, it's like, why do people play this? But yeah, when I see MOBAs, I get why that can be fun.
Yeah, it's like strategic action kind of thing. Rather than having to control an entire army, you're just controlling one guy, and you have to always be mindful of the entire area, the entire map. So at first it's like you just simply have to focus on your one lane, unless you're the jungler, then it's all the lanes, and that's where a lot of people, like, you will hear like the shitty community kicking in. It's like the jungler's the key. Oh, the junglers didn't gank. Oh, GG, we lost. You fucking suck. And it's like, well, no, you just don't know how to play. You've got to work as a team. It's like uh perfect example. I'm saying so I can keep it simple for people that don't know what I'm talking about. If you sit there and push as far forward as you can, your jungler can't come behind the enemy because he'll get shot by their tower and he'll just be decimated. And then that will either weaken him, wound him, or get him killed. And if he's weakened or wounded, he will just send a pretty much be a bullseye for the enemy jungler. So what you got to do is you've got to kind of keep the battle in the middle and figure out a way to be like, oh no, I'm wounded, I'm hurt, you're gonna kill me, and then run away, and that baits their top guy to go after you, and then your jungler comes in from behind, and that way you can get like one shot off, or at least you wounded them enough so that your friendly jungler, your ally, comes in and attacks from behind. It's like done deal. You can't do anything.
Mm.
So that's where it's strategy, because at first you've got to be aware of your own surroundings, your own area. Then as the game progresses, and you have to be aware of pretty much the entire map.
This goes for all MOBAs, like even because Smite is third person rather than like looking down. So is it the same auto splash as Smite 2?
Um, I want to say yes, but I mean, then again, it depends on the map. Like in Smite, I didn't know they did this, but they added in a mode in which it's basically just 5 on 5, and that's it. There's no towers to take down, none of that stuff. It's just you want to kill their minions, yeah, their minions, because every time you kill a minion, they lose a point, I believe, and every time you kill a champion, they lose like I think 3 or 5 points, something like that, or a god, I guess. And then every time one of your minions starts to damage their portal where their minions come out, they will lose a point. The whole goal is whichever team loses their points first, that's it. And I thought, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. It's actually extremely chaotic and really fast paced. I did just a few practice games with like bots, and I was like, oh, all right, this is kind of fun. I did a couple with real players, and the first time it ended with my team. You start off with I think like 2 or 3. I want to say 300 points. It's 2 or 300 points, and it can last. I want to say like 20 to 30 minutes, probably closer to 20.
Mm-hmm.
We ended our game with 5 points left. I
Hmm.
mean, it was down to the wire, and like the whole thing was we were losing by anywhere from like 30 to 60 points less than them, and we are going back and forth. We get them close to, our points, and they'd get ahead because like a couple of my guys would just charge in, die. It's like, oh, that's great. But all of a sudden, like right near the end, it's like 30 points us, 60 points them, and we like all of a sudden my team go, huh, we're almost losing. We need to wake up and start working as a team. And all of a sudden we started like doing coordinated strikes, and we got them down at like the last minute because at that point even like killing a few minions can win the game, and that's what started happening. Like we were just going a mass murder spree on their minions and trying to get them as often as we could. Uh, and that's where it's like you have to pay attention to the map, but in a different way because you can't control the camera. It's wherever you look, that's where your character's looking. So like you can't move the camera without moving your character. You can see the map, no problem. But then again, it's like whoever doesn't have vision on a guy, he doesn't pop on the map. So it's really easy to stay literally out of sight, out of mind.
So it's basically it's more like a third person action game, and if you see
Yes.
them, they're tagged
Yes.
automatically on the map.
And the whole thing is every shot counts. Like if you're an archer, every time you click, you're shooting an individual shot, and you have to lead your shots. Things like that. You've
So it's
got to.
not lock on.
No, 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 no. This is not like League in which you
Hmm.
just click on a guy and you automatically start attacking him when he's in range. No, no, no. You
Okay,
had to
I
like
might check it out. It sounds
yeah.
fun, and I
It's
like the whole like different gods thing you were talking about before.
Yeah, and that's what I think. Like because it's so close up, I think it's actually a little bit more powerful visually because like everybody's they've got to look good, and
Hmm.
like the one thing I know they have to look good is the one character I remember, Sun Wukong or just Wukong, the Monkey King or Monkey God. At first, he was just like a joke character, which like his ultimate ability was basically he just kind of like made an explosion happen. Like your character, if you were caught in the enemy's Wukong's ultimate, there we go. Um, you would just start dancing. You took a little bit of damage, but then you wouldn't be able to do anything. Your character just started dancing without your control. So
Hmm.
then that allowed your enemies to get like free shots in on you. Now it's like he's entirely different. Like he's an actual god at this point. Like his staff extends like it does in the myths. So he can like reach out and whack everybody in a straight line. He spins his staff around to knock everybody up in the air. He can actually transform, and one ability is actually three things. It's an eagle, a tiger, and I think an oxen, something like that.
Hmm.
And the way it works is the eagle flies the fastest and the farthest, but doesn't do any damage. It's just for like escaping or chasing. The tiger is like middle speed and distance, but when you're attacking people, you go through them and you actually do damage. And then the oxen is the slowest and moves the least amount, but when you hit them, you'll not only do damage, but you'll knock them up in the air.
Hmm. So does is it actually enough for you to actually like dodge a hit? Is it like hack and slash
Yes.
fightery enough? Like, oh no, a fireball's coming, I'm gonna roll, or he's gonna
Yeah.
swing his staff, so I'm gonna take two quick steps back.
Oh yeah. I think there are roles. I don't want to say there are. I think you can like sidestep or like stuff like that. I don't want to say you can. I know the weird thing is you can jump, but it's like a little hop. It's kind of weird to watch. You like literally look like you're hopping around, look like a moron. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, you will see attacks, and it's like some like there's Ra, the sun god. His ultimate's like a big laser, and you will see like a tiny laser building up, and then it'll just like a huge one fires. It's like okay, if I see the tiny laser, run away.
Mm.
Um, Another one of his abilities is he starts shining and kind of glowing, and you can hear him kind of charging up. When he finishes, if you are looking at him, he flashes and turns your entire screen white. You cannot see physically, like everything on your screen is white for like a second or two. And then it slowly fades back into like where you can actually see. So it's like, okay, I can kind of see. I can say, oh god, I'm like all five are on me right now. I'm dead.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
Um.
but the thing is, why here for free to play, I usually just assume there's a catch. Like
No.
what's the catch? Like does
Do you
so
want to like have your
what do you
character look
buy then? You have to buy them like
skins?
clothes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Do you want them to look better?
Yeah,
Yeah. If
maybe.
you don't, you don't have to. But I'm not kidding. Like they'll have advertising, but not like in-game advertising, like maybe on their website. Um, but Smite's like advertising a lot. I keep on seeing them on like all over. Like I accidentally keep on clicking on their link, for, like an advertising link. I'm like, how the fuck am I on Smite's website? Like, god damn it. So like I've seen them on YouTube. I think Dorkly. I want to say I've seen them on not on Reddit, but somewhere else. But like they've been advertising hardcore actually,
Hmm.
online at least. But yeah, if you don't want to pay, you don't have to at all. You can everything else is free. Um, like different spells and stuff like that. That's in the game. Like every time you jump into a game, you can have, the one spell that restores your mana or X amount of your mana, and there's no there's no pay to win at all. The
Okay.
only thing you can do is pay for like in-game currency and then like pay for gods. But even then, every god can be beaten by another one. I mean, I was playing Artemis, who's like an archer, like a range DPS assassin, or not an assassin, just like range DPS. That's all she does is she tries to do as much damage as possible. And I went toe to toe against Thor, the god of thunder and lightning. And just
Hmm.
because of the way I was playing her, I beat Thor outright in a one-on-one fight. So, as far as like mythology, that's complete bullshit. But a better player can beat any other player, no matter what god they pick. It's like, oh wait, this is Hades. Haha, I'm the king of the underworld. I'm Gracchus. I'm the guy who drinks a lot. And then
Yeah.
Gracchus gets a kill on Hades just because he's a better player.
It's always weird to me that he was the god of thunder. It's like thunder's just a noise.
Yeah, it's from his hammer, I think, or something like that. That's like the mythology, something weird like that.
Yeah. But just let's say I am the god of loud noises from lightning.
I think it's thunder and lightning.
I usually just hear thunder. But yeah. Did you play anything else or just pretty much Smite?
Um, I got a little bit of that, but then I started reviewing Banished. And that's pretty cool because I've never been a big fan. I've liked games like SimCity and things like that, but I've never been really big into it because it gets to a point. It's like, what's the point? It's just the whole goal is to make a big city, and like unless I can do something with the city, I don't really see a reason why.
So
Uh,
is this a Sim City just like make your own city and try to make it run efficiently type game? What is this?
what it is, it's actually an incredibly challenging game because it's Sim City, but instead of a large scale, it's a small village, like back in like medieval kind of times, 1200s kind of thing. I'm probably guessing the wrong century there, but and the weird thing is you don't focus on what a lot of people consider fun. You don't make warriors, you don't make catapults and ballistae. There's not goblins and ogres to worry about. It's just surviving. It's literally you. controlling a bunch of people trying to build a village and living.
So
That's
you're
it.
trying to get like wheat for the winter, and like
Pretty much. I mean, I've not seen wheat, but I mean, I kid you not, it's like fishing and gathering stuff from the forest are like crucial early on. So, and it's really cool because it's like you have to second guess everything you do. It's like, okay, I've got um X amount of children and they're about to turn into adults, and so they're gonna need homes so they can have more kids. The problem is the more people you have, the more food they'll burn through. So you got to make sure you have enough food before that. So if you build a house, people will fill it and they'll start screwing. They will start having kids, and kids take forever to actually do anything other than eat. And like I'm playing on easy mode and I've still heard people will like lose on that because of random things like you can have disasters like disease and fire happen. But not even that, but like you can if you're not prepared, your people will just start dying off during winter because you didn't have enough food stored up or enough firewood stored up enough. Um
is this actually like a done complete
yeah,
game or just like early access type?
it's I want to say to me it feels like early access because there's a lot of I don't know I should say a lot. There's some problems with it. Because it's straight up full, but it's they're already saying like they're working on the next update, that kind of stuff. Um the reason why I say it's got problems is it's too passive. In which basically what you do is you just tell them here's where you can build this house, here's where you can build this road to here, um and here's where you can build this gathering hut, okay? And in any order they can do that. You can select higher priority, but sometimes it's just like they go what, and it just seems like the AI is stupid at times. Like a perfect example, um I wanted to build an herbalist hut, a hunter's cabin, I think, hut or cabin, and just a pasture because on easy mode they give you sheep to start off with, and that's like an incredibly easy way for long-term sustainability because you can shear the sheep, and then once you have baby sheep, you'll have a maximum amount. As soon as you go over that maximum amount, they will kill the adult sheep, and then they will keep the venison. I think no, is it just venison? The meat basically, and they will have that. And like all of a sudden, I saw like my food source go from like 100 to 300 in a second. I'm like, wait, what? And I look and it's like, oh wait, there's baby sheep. Oh, cute little. Where's the big sheep? Oh, they killed the big sheep.
Yeah.
Um, but
So would you be ready for like a zombie apocalypse? Like, is this training you for like real life situations?
yes, I'm learning how to shear sheep. No, I mean it's literally just like to me, in all honesty, what it feels like it should be for is like a tablet kind of game, because you just kind of feel you pick certain spots, build here, do this, put this here, that kind of stuff, and you sit back and watch.
But isn't
I,
that most God games?
Not really, because you can have direct influence. Like you can actually take people and tell them, "Hey, go here. Hey, do this." You can't do that. Like I've watched, and what I was saying before, I had like 6 or 7 builders because I wanted that stuff done fast. Because the herbalist I needed because I just in case any minor disease comes my way, I can have that taken care of. But all of a sudden, they just sat there. Those 3 spots: the pasture, the hunting hut, lodge, whatever, and the herbalist hut, or the herbalist, they were sitting at like 2, 3, or 4% finished, and it just sat there. And I was like, 20 minutes later, it's like, what the hell is going on? And for some reason, all my builders were just going out gathering materials. I'm like, wait, what? No, we have plenty of fucking materials. Build the things. And it's just like, how stupid is the artificial intelligence? It's like, no, resources right next to the building, go build the damn thing. I kept on like highlighting it, like there's a way you can actually increase the priority of an area. Didn't do anything. And eventually I found out I just removed the action to say, just ignore all these rocks and trees. We're not going to cut that stuff out. Forget it all. And as soon as I did that, then they started going back to building. It's like, wait, what? So it's just like I think they need to work on it because like the artificial intelligence isn't that intelligent. And that's a problem. You can't simply say, okay, we need this here, go do it. No, it's like here and wait. That
Was
you
was
just
this
sit
a
there.
Kickstarter game or just indie?
No, it's just indie, 100% indie.
Okay. And
I
how much is it?
I want to say yeah, $20.
Okay. Did it feel like it was worth 20?
Um, if you like survival games, yes, because it's a kind of touch and go thing because if you want SimCity, no, this game will be horrendous to you. It will punish you because it's not about like, oh look, I've got 100 food, that's enough. Hey, I'm gonna go build a couple more houses. No, because you'll probably die within your first winter. It's like you have to slowly go at it, and it's kind of weird like how like twisted the game can be because a 10-year-old is considered an adult in the game.
Mm-mm. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be back then. I was wondering how you're going to react to it. Some people are like, wait, what? 10 years old? No, like way back in the day, that was considered being adult. Like, 13-year-old girls were, being married off at that age during
Yeah.
this time. Um, but the game is like, it makes you have to think ahead because uh, the two extremely simple but extremely annoying things are the average health and the average, like, fun meter. Basically, how happy they are. And there are a few ways to counteract them. Like, there's the herbalist, and that'll take care of minor things, but like any major disease, you need like a hospital. So it tells you right there, you eventually are going to need a hospital, but you've got to have the area for it. You're going to need the people to staff it, things like that. Then there's like a school because if they're uneducated, they work slower, I believe, or less efficient. So once you do a school, instead of going from child to adult, they go child, student, adult, and so then they actually work better whatever job you put them as. Um, and then they have things for the fun meter. You can put in a tavern, yeah, but here's the thing: they will get depressed when their old people start to die off. So it's like you need a church so then they can mourn the dead. So then it's like, okay, so down the road I need to have because no one's really. I've only had one person died. She died childbirth. And the weird thing is that so and so died during childbirth. A child was born named so and so. A child was born named so and so. It's like, oh great, she died giving twins. Thank you.
Oh wow. So did
um,
the twins survived?
yeah, but I mean that's the thing. It's like shit happens for the sake of it happening. I think if I was on hard mode, I would have found probably a fire by now or a disease, but I haven't found anything like that yet. I'm just trying to see like how it plays out. But a lot of times, like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and let's build up a little faster. And like I'm right now at the point where I'm teetering on the edge of starvation. It's like I've got like two fishing huts that are full of people, and like even then with the gathering hut, it's like it'll go up to like 30 to 40 food, and then zero. So it's like as soon as any food hits the storage barn, they empty it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard, and the way it can be really hard is on hard mode. Whatever mode you pick, it tells you this is what you can start off with, and like hard mode gives you nothing. I think it gives you like a stockpile, and that's it. It's like easy mode, you get some sheep, you get some homes, a storage barn, and a stockpile. So like a reasonably good way to get started, and some resources and whatnot. Like hard mode, you get nothing. So it's like you actually have to follow a build order in order to survive in hard mode. Like you have to go in the wiki, and find that build and follow it to the letter, or else you will fail. You will die. It's not a question of if. It's like your village will eventually just start to just collapse.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Sounds I get why that could be fun for
Yeah,
that like niche
yeah,
crowd.
yeah. That's the
It does
problem.
sound like a lot of people would be in that type of experience. But yeah, I mean, I do kind of want to check out somebody out there, looking at a video of it and hearing how you played it. Since it seems like a MOBA mixed with some action in it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, like you said, it's if you took a third person hack and slash and put it with in a MOBA game, with MOBA mechanics, that's kind of Smite.
Can't play with a controller.
No, I
Uh,
hold on. I don't believe so.
All right, I'm back out. I'm not out. I don't want
Hold
to play it
on.
anymore.
Uh, let's see. I'm gonna look. Do 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 do. I'm not see. Oh, wait. I think you can.
Steam should just add that. Just add controller support to everything, please.
Sounds neat.
I
I'll,
mean, I don't have problems with RTSs and keyboard and mouse. It's really just
that's not on
it's
Steam.
just
That's
really
like
just first
straight from
person
the company.
shooters. Oh, it's not through Steam?
That's like League of Legends. It's like
Hmm.
you download from their main website.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
They
I mean
may go
I
Steam, but I don't think they will. I think they're gonna get too big. I hope they'll get too big, but I want them to be on par with Dota 2. In all honesty, they have that potential.
hmm. Okay. Well, moving on to news. I'm not sure why, but GTA Online is going to have an update next week on March 4th. Rockstar is going to add some new vehicles, weapons, clothes. What else? There's
Boss,
going to an airplane.
yeah, the plane, boss, the plane.
A
Yeah, that's right. I had to
plane.
do it.
I was like, wait, what are you doing? Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, the cars are going to be. They look pretty cool. There's kind of like Ferrari, Lamborghini, super sports cars.
Are they
Um,
gonna be free though?
it's
In
free in real currency,
well, yeah, I
but
know.
in the game, in single player they just show up in the three main characters' inventory. In multiplayer, you have to buy them from
Ah,
Ammunition or Legendary Motorsport or whatever the store is. You have to buy them.
see, I kind of hate that. Like the Beach Bum update, like everything was free. Now it's like, all right, we're gonna give you some cool stuff like fast cars and an airplane, but you gotta buy them.
I get why they would make you want to buy it. Maybe not the clothes, but like you don't want everyone just having a Lamborghini or just everyone having a Ferrari
Well, yeah,
or this heavy pistol if it's really good. Like you want, and there's gonna be a special carbine. So I mean, you do want to like put it behind money and put it behind levels.
I guess I can kind of see, but at the same time, it's like just don't make it on par with like the really high level, the high costing kind of stuff. Just make it a little more reasonable. Like, what was it? The little dune buggy from the Beach Bum update. That actually wasn't too bad of a vehicle. It's actually a quick little thing, and I was like, all right, this feels rewarding. I mean, it feels like a good update, but I mean, at the same time, it's like me. I stopped playing GT Online because it's basically play with teams or don't play at all. Like
Yeah,
that's what I
I
got
mean
from
for
it.
me it was just a co-op game. This is it was like this interesting world as a hub in between these kind of boring co-op missions where you go from point A to B. Like I did like a handful of team death matches and stuff like that. But for me, it was just like pretty much this co-op experience. Other than uh, just jerks in free mode or free reign or whatever. Just going around and spawning tanks and shooting shooting up the city or four guys in a car doing a drive by when you're just trying to paint your car.
Right.
Like other than stuff like that, I just mainly did co-op. But I mean, I do wonder is like, aren't they focusing on their own things? Because I remember before the multiplayer even started and that trailer came out and they talked about Heist Online. That's what me and the guys I play with were excited for. It's like, yeah, it was like, yeah, it's gonna have heists. We have our gang. We're gonna do this and that because the heists were really good in the campaign. And here we are, what 6, 8 months later, and there's still no heist. And all these other multiplayer games are out or about to come out. So
Yeah.
who really cares about GTA Online anymore?
Yeah. I think it's honestly got to that point. It seems like every time something's gonna release, they do an update. Like wasn't before Battlefield 4 came out or when it came out, they did the Beach Bum update.
They
I
did
wanted
some update. It might not have been in Beach Bum, but they did do an update around then.
right, but I mean that's the thing. It's like they did that, and now before Titanfall gets a chance to release, they're like, "Oh, here, let's give you something to come back to." It's like, well,
Yeah, give me something good to come back to
yeah,
though.
I mean that's the thing. They did the content creator, but I mean it's not like you can actually do a lot. It just seems like you can do like shit to mess around with. In all honesty, I mean you can set it up so it's like, oh look, now we're gonna do like Evil Knievel kind of stuff. We're gonna put 2 ramps here and then like a few buses in the middle and see who can jump what with like how many can you jump on a motorcycle, on the super bike, shit like that. It's like, okay, but when is it gonna be like fun kind of content? When am I gonna want to go back? Like I honestly still haven't beat GTA 5 just because I've been busy, but at the same time, it's like I've not had a reason to go and even play GTA Online. So
Hmm.
like I would love to go back in GTA 5. I probably will here when I get a chance. But I mean, I would be more willing to do so if GTA Online was more inviting. It's like, okay, I'm tired. I've played GTA 5 for like 2 hours now. I want a break. It's like, why don't I mess around GTA Online? It's like, what what am I gonna do other than try and avoid not to be killed by some random asshole?
Yeah, and it was really just some of the small changes they added were pretty fun. I kind of wish they went more in that route. Like when they finally added armored trucks, and you would like see that pop up on your radar or on your map or whatever, and then everyone would drive there and try to take out the armored truck. Like something they added a month or two later. That was a fun experience. But like once you realize, hey, you're only getting like $1,000, or I don't remember the exact amount, but it's some insignificant amount of money. And I was like, well, I mean, it's fun, but didn't everyone stop going for the trucks because it's barely giving you any money?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they should have done heists like last year, and then they can build upon it. But like right now, it's just like, GTA Online was an interesting experiment, but it didn't really go anywhere. Is how I
Yeah.
look at it.
You play with friends or not at all. I mean, like every single time I want to check out like the parachuting thing just to see what it's like. Every single time that happened, nobody wanted to do it. They either wanted to do straight up races or deathmatch or team deathmatch or something. They didn't want to try anything else. It's like, well, how am I going to try it? Well, you got to wait for somebody or you can do it by yourself. Like, well, gee, that's fun. Thanks. Like, I don't know. It just seems like it never seemed fun and worthwhile to do GT Online. I mean, you can provide all the new like cars and airplanes and stuff like that to do, but to me, it's got to be worthwhile to do stuff in there
I
without
mean, I
having.
thought it was fun for 2-3 months, but I don't think they didn't have enough content to make it last
I don't
six
know about
months or
that
eight
long. Maybe a
months.
month.
I had fun with it for like 2-3 months with friends.
Yeah. Well, see, with friends though,
Yeah, yeah, because I
see, that's
had
the
like
thing,
a gang of people, like 4 or 5 guys, to play with.
right? See, I think I completely agree with you. Like, I would probably jump right into it if they started doing heists, because to me that sounds like something that'd be really be fun, especially if it's like GTA 5. I mean, that was like some of the most fun I had playing that game was just to find out like, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you've got to plan for this. You can go this route or that route. Either you can go grab the submarine or the helicopter. We can do this approach or that. That was just fun, like kind of making it an open-ended mission. You kind of
Hmm.
pick your route kind of thing. I thought that was really cool. It's not straight linear. It had a little bit of a fork in the road here and there.
Yeah,
So
hopefully they'll add heist or something else interesting. I think it'd be salvaged a little bit. There's no way they can compete with like Titanfall or
yeah.
Battlefield, but I do they could like carve out and keep their own like niche audience and probably win some people back. I would definitely try it out if they did an update that was actually worthwhile, not just here's some Ferraris and clothes.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of answer it right there for me. It's just like, it's not worthwhile to go back to it.
Hmm.
It's just not. I mean, I was about to say, well, if they did, it's like, well, you said it right there. If it's worthwhile content and update, I would go back and myself too. Yeah, I'm 100% with you. But at that same regard, it's just like, what can they do when you've got Titanfall, you've got Smite, you've got, I think, Wild Stars coming down the road, Dark Souls 2's not too far away. You've got a lot of stuff that's going to be using online, and I think GG Online is going to be at a moot point here, I think, within the next, like, few months, in all honesty.
Yeah, especially Destiny because
Oh, yeah, I forgot
it's
about
kind
that.
of in concept. in a lot of ways what GTA Online was trying to be. Just just this co-op and PvP world where you can buy stuff and customize with
Yeah.
your friends.
And
Like,
that to me sounds a little bit easier to make random friends. Like you just kind of, it sounds like you just see a guy, you don't officially group up, you just kind of stick with each other. Like, wasn't that something they were talking about? Like, you don't have to, like, you can make an official group, but at the same time, like, you can just find guys and just like stick with each other and like you kind of like make your own group kind of thing. Something like that, I thought.
they might have said it. I haven't been keeping close attention and
Right.
to the details of Destiny, but yeah, I mean, knowing Bungie and their like matchmaking system that they brought in with Halo and all the other stuff, I'm sure they'll handle that way better than Rockstar did.
Yeah, Rockstar. I honestly I don't like the matchmaking of GTA Online.
Yeah,
That
it's really weird. It's kind of clumsy and out
and
of date in a
long.
lot of ways.
It just seems like so many times I've gotten on one sided fight. Like I remember one time, and I'm pretty sure they maybe done some patches on this, but and this is early on. But I did a team deathmatch just to try it out, and just for like because I was gonna do the impressions video, and it ended up being a 3-on-1. I mean, it was like this is not a team deathmatch. This is a slaughter. I mean, every single time the guy spawned, he had three guns barreling down
Oh, okay.
on
I
him.
thought you were the one guy. Okay.
No, no, no. I was like, I actually just sat there like, hell with this. I'm gonna at least give him a shot, give him a chance, and just only use pistol, just so he has a chance. Because at that point, it's just like I would use the machine gun, but then I was like, okay, this is just one sided. He ended up just like, you know what? I really don't care, guys. This is just stupid. It's like, yeah, it's like you guys are gonna win, but let's make it fun. So then he would do things like he would do blind fire and just screw around. We'd have to flank him and be strategic. And it's like I'm not gonna go down easy. It's like so it just became like a joke.
Hmm.
But I mean, to me that was like the biggest joke in itself. It's like I think like it was gonna be a 2-on-2, and then one of the guys on his team just jumped to ours just because he could easily, and there wasn't any way of restricting him to do that.
Yeah. For GTA Online. But yeah, you have potential. Hopefully, I don't know Rockstar. I give them credit for keep trying because
Yeah.
like I said with Naughty Dog a while ago, like if they didn't try with Uncharted 2 and if they didn't try Uncharted 3, then The Last of Us multiplayer wouldn't have been half as good. So maybe Rockstar would nail it next time. They're getting closer each
Maybe
time.
GTA 6 will have like amazing online. They'll
Yeah,
see
I read that. Or
they'll see like a
whatever they do
Destiny
next.
go ahead.
I was like, whatever they do next, maybe Red Dead. Because Red Dead, they tried multiplayer.
Ooh, that was fun.
Was
That
it?
was God
Was
damn
it?
it. Go ahead.
I was just saying, that was it. Was it? Was it fun?
I liked it, but it's because I kept on killing people.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if it's a lock-on shooter, how skilled and fun can it be? That's really the core problem with
Well,
Rockstar's game. Like the gunplay works in single player and it works in co-op, but lock-on third-person aiming when you're going against humans feels cheap to me.
yeah, I mean I can see that, but at the same time it's like if you kind of moved around, use cover, then it wasn't a problem. Like that's what I do. I knew every single I ended up having people like literally leave the server because I was so annoying. They were used to using that. So every time I'd like run into a barn and I'd use close combat scenarios, so I'd have like a sawed-off shotgun or just a shotgun. So they'd go around through the door and they wouldn't see me and just bam. I
Yeah,
didn't need lock on.
I mean, I was
So
good at it. I've pretty much, I think pretty much every shooter I've tried have been good at. But it's just like maybe not Max Payne because Max Payne stuff was really stupid online. I think that had a lock on too. But yeah, I mean, with Red Dead and GTA, I'm good online. It just feels cheap
right.
doing it.
I mean, see, that's one thing I can't vouch for Max Payne 3 online because um, for some reason it's screwed up on Steam. For me, it is. It's like you have to sync it up you have to sync up your Steam account with their social club. But all see on there is Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, but not Steam. So I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
So I click on this to connect to it, but on your website, there's no way to connect to it. gee, thanks. Thank God I got like a humble bundle. I would have gotten like really fucking ripped off.
You didn't miss anything. So.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I can't even play the game.
Oh, you can't even play the single player either.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you just couldn't do
No,
multiplayer.
because like you had to connect online to verify that kind of stuff. I'm like, so I literally had like Max Payne 3 just sitting on my desktop for like a week or two. And I
Hmm.
was like, I've got some free time. I'm going to try it now. Okay. Oh, you got to have a social club and you got to link it up. Okay. Try and link it up. Nope. Like, I don't know if there's something I just some small thing I'm missing or what, but it's like I just could not. And I'd hear people saying like if you play it in windowed mode, then it'd kind of work and you'd kind of bypass that, or if you did this, then it'd bypass it. Some little shit thing like that. It's like if you have to kind of maneuver around that kind of stuff, that's just bullshit. But I think that's like topic for like DRM, like being DRM free and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But anyway, our next news story, it deals with March, which is Metal Gear. Metal Gear Ground Zero, aka Metal Gear the Demo, aka Metal Gear What's Going On.
2 hours of gameplay. Yeah, let's rock this shit.
Maybe all that fuss and all that piss and vinegar got to Konami because they lowered the price.
You can mail them piss and vinegar.
Yes,
Hold on, I'm gonna
there's
get a
a
bottle.
flavor of Japanese potato chips, so you can just like mail them a bag of
All
that.
right, awesome. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a bottle.
But yeah, they've lowered the price of Ground Zeroes for next gen only from $40 to $30. But oddly, it's $30 for retail and $30 for digital. You would think,
Oh.
yeah, you would think it would be at least from the way this news story and the press release, reads. It's $30 no matter what for next gen. But you
See,
would think it'd be 25 or 20 for
is it
digital.
is it 20 for last gen?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
20 digital for last gen.
and but like 30 retail if you go buy in the store.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
The
that's
only
just
way it's $30 no matter what. The only way you get it for $20 if you did digital through PSN or XBL.
okay. So if you want that little extra boost to your graphics, then cough up $10 basically on top
Yeah.
of the like $400 or $500 with the system. Okay, that
Well, I don't think we could blame that for on Konami.
I mean
Konami, you made me play. You made me pay 540 for your game. you made me buy. You made me do what 440 for your game. Like no, it's just $40. Well, actually
we did
$30.
make you do it.
Yeah. I
I,
mean, what do you think? Do you think like the length stuff got to them and they just try and get ahead of all the like negative reviews a little
well, I
bit?
mean, why not lower the digital price then? I mean, it sounds like all they did was they lowered the retail price because the retail price was going to be 40. So, in the same regards, you have the lower price for the digital for PS3 and 360, and so it's 20 for that for digital, and then 30 for retail. Why in the hell is it not 20 for PS4 and Xbox One digital download?
Yeah. I mean, really, it would make more sense if it was just 20 digital for current gen and last gen,
Yeah,
and then $30
for retail.
retail for either, no matter the platform. Like that would
Yeah,
make more sense.
I mean, because I think that you're right. I think the people bitching about the fact it's only like 2 hours long, I think that got to them.
Mm.
But at the same time, it just makes me go, well, why not drop the price and make it equal all over, no matter what? I
Or
mean,
do you
is it?
think maybe GameStop put pressure? Maybe GameStop or Best Buy or someone was like,
But
"Hey,
but
this
they shouldn't
game."
affect the digital price though. I mean, come on, like what
But
GameStop is not that all powerful.
only the retail price was affected. That's what I'm saying. Do you
Why no? But
think?
I'm saying like, why not lower the digital price then? If you lowered the retail price, why not lower the digital price?
Because Best Buy told them to. That's why. I'm just throwing out random
No,
random thoughts.
I think you're right in why they lowered the retail price. That they price off a lot of like basically anti publicity. They got negative publicity for it because everybody's saying
I like anti-publicity.
anti-publicity. There's no publicity like anti-publicity.
That's when people
Um,
just like delete your Twitter account and stuff.
but yeah, it's just
You should teach a class, the anti-publicity
how to be
class.
anti-public. No, that would be your. Come on, Vince. You're the one who doesn't
But you
have.
invented the word. You invented the phrase.
See, yeah, I know, but you're the one who's like, you're like 5 steps ahead though. You didn't even start a Twitter. You're already like how to already be anti-public.
Okay,
Be
I'll
anti-public.
teach the course. Anti-publicity.
You'll be 102. I'll be 101.
Okay.
But like I was saying before, it just seems like a lot of journalists were probably saying, yeah, it's 2 hours long. That could affect this, and they're making it and they're putting a negative spin on it. They're like, okay, well, obviously the whole 20, 30, 40 thing is a little bit different. Let's just do 20, 30. It's like, well, do 20 and 30, not 20, 30, 30, 30, 30. Or, yeah, 20, 30, 30, 30. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, it makes me wonder why they're trying to complicate a simple situation. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah, they are obviously backpedaling. It's like, okay, we only have a 2 hour long game, so at first it's $40. Oh wait, they're bitching about that. Okay, let's make it $30. Well, there's still the $20 option right there. Why is there not a $20 option on all 4 consoles? You know, I mean, is the $10 really worth it? Do you need? How badly do you need to make that boat payment? I mean, come on. It just seems like they're trying nickel and dime. And all I say, I tell people, just do the PS3 and 360 version. You're
I
not
wouldn't say
losing
that. I
content.
wouldn't say that.
But you're
I
not.
mean, if you have a next gen console already, obviously it wouldn't make sense to get it only or mainly for this game.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing is, I would rather if I had a PS4 and a PS3 and Xbox One and Xbox 360, just to put a message, I would say no. I'm getting it for the PS3 or the 360. Just because I'm gonna save $10 because fuck you. I don't want it to look a slightly little bit tiny little bit better.
I mean,
No,
it's not the biggest difference
no,
in the
it's not gonna look
world, but
good.
it's definitely worth $10. So
Is it
yeah,
to look a little bit better? I mean, there's no other new content.
I
You'd
mean,
pay
what's
$10.
$10 though?
Well, in this economy, that's
It's like a
quite a bit,
trip.
dude. That's lunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nothing. It's like one. It's like going to Burger King.
Yeah, or like getting
Yeah,
a pizza from Papa John's. That's lunch. I'd rather have lunch than a 2 hour game.
I rather have both. so
I'm talking about the people who don't have like full on jobs. You know, like they're college
so
kids out
how
there.
do they have a next gen console?
Mommy and daddy gave to them for Christmas.
Okay.
That or they scrimped and saved, and like the entire, or whatever. I'm just
Well,
saying.
just get Titanfall and you'll get more hours out
Yeah,
of it than you
in all
would
honesty, I
with
completely agree with you there. This is a $20 game that
if you can
sounds
afford
okay.
internet too.
Because me, I'm always going to call it the $20 game because guess what? You're probably going to only get $20 worth of content.
hmm
I honestly don't think it's going to be a $30 game. I don't. I mean, it sounds kind of cool how it's going to be like open world ish. It sounds like, but at the same time, you can't shrug off that 2 hour duration.
hmm
And I understand that's like semi speed run, but at the same time, it's like you're going to play it once, and then how willing are you going to want to play it again? It sounds like a rent game, in all honesty. You play it once, you beat it, and then that's it. You wait for the real Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
So,
Poor Kojima.
yeah, fuck him. Seriously, God. I'm honestly tired of Metal Gear Solid. I really am. Just,
Why? Why did you say it like he actually did something to you?
no, it's just
Just the
it's the
way the
same
game is
reason. It's
split
the
is just
same
so
thing I would.
weird.
In honesty, it's the same thing I would say to Square Enix. No, excuse me, SquareSoft. I ain't calling them Square Enix because back in my day, Enix made good games. It's like
hmm
certain series need to die. Like God of War needs to die. I never want to see another Gears of War game, God of War game, Final Fantasy,
You
Metal Gear
never want to see
Solid.
another Final Fantasy?
No, I don't. Like
Even if it's
Bravely
like
Default,
a
I want to try Bravely
cloud
Default because
or
here's my thing: Bravely Default is not Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy-ish. It sounds okay. It's like they realize, okay, here's what a JRPG should be in a good way. So like they're saying, okay, we can't do much with the genre, but what we got, we're gonna make it good. I mean, it's not gonna be fan service up the ass. It's gonna be kind of cutesy looking graphics, but you can make the combat go by fast, and you can customize your party and da da da. At least it's not like lightning returns. It's like, in all honesty, I think I'm actually half tempted to go back in my review and change it from like a 6 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. I'm honestly tempted because I kept on thinking about it's like, you know what, like fuck the combat. Like every time I start thinking about it's like at first it's easy, and then all of a sudden Square Enix like, no, it's too easy. We're gonna make it hard for the sake of difficulty. That's it. We're gonna up the challenge just for the sake of letting this game last longer. That's it. We're not gonna make the game more strategic, and you need to actually play the game better and be a good and skilled player. No, fuck you. We're gonna give we're just gonna up the life on the guys. We're just gonna reskin this guy and give him more health. That's it. Good luck.
hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, I didn't hear anything amazing about Metal Gear Solid 4. I heard it's okay, but I mean,
I
I
liked it a lot.
well, I mean, I didn't hear like everybody's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be playing this for years on end."
Well, it did have multiplayer, but it's really just a campaign game because that multiplayer is weird and not very good.
Yeah, see,
But yeah, I mean, but yeah, I get what you're saying. And actually, speaking of franchises that need to die, Assassin's Creed 5 isn't set in Japan,
yay!
unfortunately. Unfortunately, wait, why are you saying yeah?
I didn't want to see ninjas. No,
Well,
I
it
voiced my
doesn't. It
opinion
wouldn't
for it. I
have
don't
to
want
be
to see.
ninjas.
I did not want to see feudal Japan. I did not want to
I
see.
mean, it's other time periods in Japan.
Well, that's like the most popular one. I mean, ninjas and samurais. That's the easiest
It could
route
have
to
been
go.
during their like industrial revolution. Like it could have
Yeah,
been.
like do it World War II. That would be kind of cool. Like Japanese World War II kind of era. Or like post World War II era, that would be like really interesting to see how they take it.
Yeah, but I I would have been fine with samurais or ninjas actually, because I don't recall a good game that had samurai or
Tenshu,
ninjas. What game?
Tenshu, we brought this up before.
What game?
Tenshu,
That doesn't count. It's not a real
Tenshu.
game.
It's a
It's,
PlayStation 1 game,
it's
old
not.
as hell. There's too many instances with like samurai and ninja in either way.
Ninja Gaiden is the only good ninja game that I played.
Okay, I'm not gonna debate that at all. I'm not. But the whole fact matter is ninjas and samurai are overused content.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they
Not in
are.
good games, in Dynasty Warriors and in Dynasty Warrior clones, but not
Well, that's
in
where
good
they've saturated the
games.
market with like Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that. But I mean, the whole thing, like, if you think assassin, people think ninja. So many times people think, and thank God, there's like books and comic book or novels and comic books that are trying to fight that stigma. In which you think assassin, you think ninja, and you think like samurai, you gotta think this. It's like they're trying to modernize it. Um, so like they go like Egyptian and like Russian, KGB kind of stuff and
But the
CIA.
thing is, don't you have to have it? It can't be too recent. You can't have it where there's guns, right? Like, I think that would be
There were
weird.
guns
If
and there were technically guns in the last one.
well, modern guns. They have
Well, what's stopping them though? I mean, technically
because
you
then it's a
had.
third-person shooter. If you have it post near World War II or later, then it's a third-person shooter. Why would you be using a sword in 1970?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It
That's a
has to
good
be.
question to
It
ask
really
them. I
has to
mean,
be in the
how would you do it?
1800s.
I mean, there's gonna be a point it's gonna become modern or it's gonna die. They're either gonna.
No, it doesn't. It's millions of different time periods and places that they can jump. There's a million different set pieces they can use. I don't. If the thing is, you can't really go past like 1920. It has to be everything has to be in the 1800s or before.
So like we're gonna be stuck in like 1600s in Africa, and then like chucking spears,
Um.
or like
Well, they had more
1300s
weapons than
Aztec.
spears, but
Well, no,
yeah.
I'm just saying it's like as far as historical value though, that's the thing. You got to look at it from a historical value point. You know, like what was there in the 1400s in South America? I'm sure there was, like there's like you could do like Montezuma kind of stuff. I'm assuming, Spaniards going over there, stuff like that. But I mean, at the same time, is that just as much fun as pirates? You've got to do the historical value, but also you got to keep it fun. So you got to be placating to two people almost, like two groups. You got to keep the people that, hey, Benjamin Franklin was around at this point, this time, so hey, that's pretty cool. And, you can actually do this because that existed in that point in time as fun and cool. These bows and guns and axes and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, isn't that going back to my point? You can't have it too recent because you have to. It has always been melee focused.
Well, I mean, at the point, like, okay, how recent is recent though? I mean,
You
we're
can't
talking.
have it where there are automatic weapons.
Well, like, are you talking good automatic weapons or what? Because technically, even the cowboy era, they had, the like.
Well, like I said, like World War II, like where you have.
What about World War One then?
I don't know what World War One guns were like, so I don't know.
See, there you go. I mean, it doesn't have to be you using automatic weapons. I mean, at the same point, you're an assassin. We're not talking about being actually in the middle of that.
Yeah, but this isn't Thief or Dishonored. This isn't. Assassin's Creed is flirted with stealth, but it's never really been a stealth game.
It was in the earlier ones, like the
A little
original
bit.
Assassin's
Well,
Creed.
I deleted Assassin's Creed 1 from my brain because it wasn't a good
I
game.
never played Assassin's Creed, but I was intrigued by it because it's like hardcore. It focused more on being an assassin, like not just outright shooting a guy with a muzzle gun or no, not a muzzle gun. Like a single shot rifle kind of thing,
Mhm.
a black powder pistol. It was more focused on sneak up, like going in, looking like you're just a priest in a big mob of priests, and then like shanking a guy real quick and not nobody.
Yeah, there's a little bit in one. Yeah,
So I mean that's the
but then
thing.
they got rid of that real
They
fast.
they
This
start putting
is not
sword
in the
match.
other ones.
So I mean at that point is when are they gonna say screw the stealth and just end up being a third person hack and slash shooter? I mean
I mean,
look
they
at
screwed the stealth years ago.
what's that Middle Earth game coming out?
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor or
Yeah,
something.
Shadows of Mordor. There you go. That'll probably like is that what Assassin's Creed going to be end up turning into? Just a normal hack and slash with very very minor sneaking around, if that.
That's what it is now. What do you mean?
No, it's got some. I
It's
mean,
been
big
that for the
strong.
last 4 or 5 games.
No, it's been a
Yes. Do
little
you
bit about
play
stealth.
Assassin's Creed?
No, you can blend in with the environment and do minor things. But I'm talking like just saying, no, fuck that. You're not gonna, blend with the crowd. If you get caught, you'll just shoot the guy, and that's it.
That's yes. That is
No,
Assassin's Creed.
no, not the entire thing of it all. You still have to do like the. It's annoying.
Other than the eavesdrop missions, there's really I'm thinking of Black Flag right now. Other than the eavesdrop missions, and maybe like once or twice for like 2 minutes, we had to like hide in bushes and stuff like that. It's really no. There was no stealth. Like maybe 20 minutes of
Stealth
that.
gave you the advantage, though.
No, eh,
Yeah,
not really.
it
Maybe
did. Like
20
the one thing,
minutes of
the one thing I'll
that
admit,
12-hour experience was stealth.
I thought this was kind of neat. And speaking of like semi stealth, when I was playing Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, whichever one you call it, I actually snuck onto an enemy ship. I actually just hopped off mine, went onto an island, and I saw like for some reason the AI just like derped out and was kind of like stuck in a little spot on the island. I swam on over, climbed up on the boat, killed everyone on board, and then I ended up attacking the boat and like boarding it in an instant because I already killed everybody on there. The weird thing
Hmm.
was, as soon as I boarded them, like more people popped up. So I
Hmm.
mean, that's the thing. It's like it's got semi stealth where you can still sneak on a boat and then take everybody out that way, and that's what I mean by like semi stealth, as in you swim up, they're not aware of you at all, and then you can go all hack and slash just like that. It's minor stealth.
I mean, but going back to the time periods, I would have actually liked Japan because that fits in with the melee aspect. They don't have to be ninjas, they don't have to be samurais, but when I
What's
think
tough though?
I think it's fair to say swords are synonymous with Japan, right? And this is a very sword focused, melee focused game, so I think it going to Japan eventually is a very natural thing.
See, I would half agree, but then there's stuff like fencing and whatnot. Some people would say you say swords, they think fencing, or you say swords, they think Viking. You know, that's why I'd kind of wouldn't mind seeing. All I say, like, what about like a Viking kind of era Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't really care where it goes. Just stay out of Europe, please. I don't want to see anything in Europe.
Well, that's what I mean, like with Viking, because then you can kind of go anywhere. Because Vikings were like the man whores of the world at that time. They went everywhere and screwed everything in sight. But I mean, like you could cover so much terrain and go nearly anywhere, and
Yeah,
you've got so much like mythology and religion you can touch in on that, and like you've got like the famous ones like Eric the Red and stuff like that. And like I said, you can go like from Europe to America. Granted, it's gonna be kind of hard to understand, like make that quick travel because that wasn't really quick back then. But still, it gives you options of places to explore. And there's
I mean,
actually a
if they
lot of
want to stay water based, there were like a lot of Asian, Chinese pirates and
yeah,
stuff, or even Swahili. They were
oh yeah,
pirates and stuff. So I mean, it's a lot of pirates if they want to stay water focused.
right,
I think they can maybe do one more that's water focused, and after that they have to get away from boats.
yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the next one has. I wouldn't be surprised if the next one isn't Assassin's Creed 5. If it's just Assassin's Creed 4 something blah blah blah.
Yeah.
With Kenway. To me, it felt like Kenway's story was complete. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Kenway in a boat, but maybe in a different era, in a different like area, not era, but area.
Time or
Um, this I don't know, like maybe going to India for some reason. He was in the UK when the game ended, so
okay, so I
maybe
see. So like tying Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and like Assassin's Creed 4 Green Turtle flag, um, and
yes.
like that like holds people over until Assassin's Creed 5.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there
Okay.
were a lot of games between what three and no, not three and four. Between two and three,
Yeah.
there was Revelations and what Brotherhood or yeah,
Yeah.
they were like two or three games between two and three.
Yeah. I could see another Assassin's Creed 4, especially if they do the thing like they keep Kenway and uh, if anything, maybe do something like think of a way like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4.5, whatever they're gonna call that one, and Assassin's Creed 5, and then like Kenway trains like a protege or something like that. Maybe like he's getting older, so you know,
Or it could be his son, because I mean, slight spoilers for what three and a little bit of four, nothing big, but you don't see how Kenway's son, I forgot his name. Kenway's son goes from being his son to a Templar. Because I forgot what's his freaking name. God damn it. But anyway, Kenway's son is obviously Connor's father, and Connor's father in Assassin's Creed 3 is a Templar. So it's kind of that big gap where
okay,
Kenway is his obviously one of the big assassins around, and we know his son is going to be one of the big Templars, 40 years later, but we don't know how that happened. We don't know if he gets kidnapped or what. So there is that chunk missing.
right, right, okay. No, yeah, that sounds pretty cool actually. Um, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say as far as video games. I still think I'm glad it's not going to be feudal Japan because I guess the whole thing of what they're wanting to do is like the lead developer or something like that. She wants it to be her favorite era of like all time, and
Yeah,
that's not it.
Jay Remsen is going to be her favorite time
Really?
era, and that was she didn't say what it was though. She just said what it wasn't. So we have
Oh,
no idea what
yeah.
it
She just
was.
said it's not going to be feudal Japan era. It will be her favorite one, and it's not that one. And she's not going to say until it's ready. That's when she'll say what era it's going to be, kind of thing. So it's like it's not this. It could be just about a few dozen different
It could
possibilities
be
though.
anything else.
Yeah, it's a It's gonna be my favorite though. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's my favorite.
For some reason, reading that, my first thought was, "Oh, great, it's going to be something French related." I don't know why, but that was just like my first thought.
Like maybe like during medieval Europe times, like Joan of
I don't
Arc
know.
and
Yeah,
the
it's gonna be
Edward the
Joan of
Black
Arc.
Prince.
It's gonna be Joan of Arc. That's
I
why
mean,
it's
it could
her
be like Edward
favorite.
the Black Prince and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
We'll
I don't
see.
know. It's got potential, but I think that's as soon as you hit medieval Europe, that's no.
But like I said, I would like it to stay out of Europe.
I wouldn't mind like yeah, like Swahili. That sounds kind of cool.
Or there's a ton of stuff in the Middle East. Or like, what
Yeah.
if you're, you know, preparing for Genghis Khan to come through, and you're in the Middle East, in
Ooh,
Iraq, or
that'd be cool.
and Templars and assassins have to work together to stop. I don't know, whatever. It's a human history. They have a human history to work with.
Yeah.
They can literally do anything. But do not go to the UK. Do not go to France. Do not go to these typical places, please. You have all of human history.
Go to Switzerland.
Yeah, make some chocolate.
Poison chocolate.
And our final two stories have to do with the Titanfall and Xbox One, and I don't know, some interesting strategies, I guess you could say, Microsoft is making. There's going to be a Titanfall bundle with the console
Yep.
next month. Titanfall comes out March 11th, by the way, in America. I'm not sure. I don't know when it comes out in the UK. Probably around the same time. But there's also a price drop actually for the UK. It's going from £430 to £400. Which, can you convert that? Do you know what that is?
Um,
Off the top of your head?
hold on. I used to know that. Let's see.
430 to
It's
400.
British pounds, right?
Perhaps.
To US dollars. Hold on. Okay, now I remember 1 British pound equals $1.67. I remember it's like $1.07, but it's $1.06.7 or
So
point six
basically
something.
twice the amount.
Almost. It's
Which
yeah.
is kind of sad. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's so yeah, like 300 you're talking basically yeah, about 400 and some change. Easy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just rattle off these next stories since they all have to deal with each other. But basically, is the bundle Titanfall with Xbox One, same price here in America. It's gonna be what, $500, and you get Titanfall. It doesn't come with a Titanfall controller, and the Xbox One is black. It's not, it's not painted or anything like some of the other ones for 360. And there's also gonna be Twitch streaming by then. Actually, March 11th is dropping the same day Titanfall drops.
Gee, I
And
wonder why they picked that particular date.
yeah, and there's going to be an update, like we said before last week, for the party chat and friends list and just other social features of Xbox One that's kind of weird right now and worse than Xbox 360. So a lot of those will be addressed by the time Titanfall comes out. So I mean, overall, it's good news. It's like some stuff they should have handled, before. And I know, what do you think of the Titanfall beta? Like I'm not beta, Titanfall bundle, and the
Um,
price drop.
I I think it's funny how like people are pointing out there's not going to be the Titanfall controller. It's like, big whoop de doo. It's the first I think isn't this the first Xbox One bundle? Like official bundle?
Yeah,
That's kind of obvious because this is gonna be like I think this is gonna make the first big Xbox One game.
yeah,
Like I know a lot of people say Dead Rising 3, but I've heard like it's good, but not like the game that's gonna define the console. And I get
yeah,
a feeling Titanfall can do that.
yeah. There's a good it was a good launch game, and it was a
Yeah,
good, there's a good game overall. But it was a system seller,
yeah,
like
that's the
Titanfall.
thing. I think this is you're gonna see some pre-orders. You're gonna see a spike in Xbox One sales. I think they're gonna really catch up to the PS4 with just Titanfall. In all honesty, I mean, the one thing that's actually pretty smart. You were talking about like the release dates, and yeah, North America gets it first on the 11th. European Union, I believe. That's March 13th. Australia, I believe, gets on the 13th. UK gets on the 14th. NZ. What the heck is NZ? New Zealand. New Zealand gets on the 14th. And that's Xbox One. Xbox 360 North America the 25th, and European Union is going to be March 28th.
Hmm.
So, yeah, they're going to be about a week or two. About 2 weeks, yeah, about 2 weeks after for the 360 version. So, but I mean, they're gonna. I wouldn't be too surprised if we start seeing TV spots, and some more like YouTube and
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of
on.
YouTube and other ads on gaming sites, like
Yeah,
like
it,
ads before YouTube videos, ads on images on the side sections of YouTube and stuff like that.
yeah. This is gonna be like the I think Xbox One game, at least for right now. Because like there's gonna be Destiny that's gonna be down the road though. So they need a game to say, get this, if not anything else. We need you to start buying Xbox Ones.
Yeah, and the weird thing is Sony really doesn't have that. Definitely, at least
Dude.
for this first half of the year, because
Well, they have. They got.
they have Infamous, but Infamous
I honestly
doesn't
don't
have
think that's gonna do it.
anywhere. It doesn't have anywhere near the hype
No.
Titanfall has.
It's. I honestly think it's gonna get mediocre reviews. I mean, if even if I had a PS4, I wouldn't be looking forward to reviewing it. In all honesty, I mean, you, I, to be honest, you could not give me a PS4 and say you have to play Infamous Second Son.
I
I
want to
honestly think
play.
it's just gonna be. I'll be like, I'll just play Infamous on the PS3, thanks, or
I want
Infamous
to
Two.
play Infamous, but
I want to give it a
so
shot.
far it looks like a rehash.
It
Like
does.
I've
It
said
just
last
looks
week, it
like
look
it's slightly better graphics and
yeah.
different design powers, but
I'm hoping they're just selling it badly, or maybe they're just I don't know, maybe they're holding back, like I said last week. But so far it looks like, hey, instead of fire, I mean, instead of lightning, you have fire this time, and you're in Seattle instead of New Orleans.
and neon
Give
lights.
us
Don't forget
$60.
the neon lights.
Oh, great, yeah,
Yeah.
give
I
us
mean,
sixty
no, I
bucks.
honestly think it's the latter, Vince. I really do. I think they're selling it. They're not selling it well. Um, I think it's they just have a crap game that we've seen twice already. I think this is just going to be Infamous
It's
3.
such a big assumption.
I get the solid feeling. I've not seen anything other than how it looks. I mean, other than that, even how he moves and how he even kind of
Yeah,
acts. He kind of acts kind of douchey a little bit, and he kind of acts like he could be Cole's son in a way. You
he
know,
moves just like Cole
Cole.
did. Like it looks like they're reusing the same
Yeah,
animation system.
it kind of does, and that's why I'm like, okay, it's like, oh wait, look, he can absorb neon lights, and what does he do? He can wall climb. Prototype did that. He does it fast, and he makes like a neon light blur.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they're holding back. But yeah, Titanfall is definitely like the biggest game. Maybe I think it's the most hyped game this year
Well,
that I
like,
can think
what's
of
gonna
at the
be like the
moment.
big game after it? Like, that's what I know.
Yeah, it depends on what the holiday game is. 'Cause I want to say E3. Didn't they say Halo was going to be holiday 2014 or was it holiday 2015?
I don't know if there's a set date. I know it's gonna be late though.
I
Uh,
thought they said 2014 was the day, or maybe they pushed that back since then.
let me see.
But
Halo. As far as like, I look at the Wikipedia right there. Let me see if there's anything else. Uh, but
we
yeah,
don't know what their holiday game is going to be for Microsoft. Obviously, I assume for Sony it's going to be the Order.
well, for Microsoft, there's Destiny, but that's like looks like September.
I mean, that's Activision though. That's not really. This is just for
Oh, I see, like a
everything.
first party kind of thing.
Yeah, like for as their exclusive, we
Oh.
don't know what the Xbox One holiday exclusive is.
You got me there. Um, asking for that kind of stuff. Let's see. So March, of course, that's going to be
It
Titanfall.
might be Sunset Overdrive, I guess. I think that was supposed to be this
Um,
year.
I see nothing in April. Looks like so. I'm looking just mainly Xbox One exclusive. That's the one I'm kind of looking for. or mainly just Microsoft focused. And I don't see nothing. Do, 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 do. I, I see Destiny, and I think that's it. That's not. I know it's not first party, but I mean, I think because isn't I wasn't Destiny the one where they're gonna say like PS4 is gonna have different content from the Xbox One, or is that a different game I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Destiny's for everything, but I think
No,
the
no, I mean it's gonna have
PS4
different
and maybe
content.
PS3 has more like an extra level or
Yeah,
some BS thing, some BS extra content.
they'll probably bounce on and say like if you pre-order for the PS4, you get this level. You get a code for this area. If you get the Xbox One version, you get this area. They did that before, like with it was some shooter. I want to say it was like Red Faction Armageddon. If you did the PS3 version, you got this one setup. If you did the 360 version, you got a different setup, like different like clothes or something like that, and a gun. It's like one was like a sniper kind of thing, the other one was like a assault rifle kind of setup or something like that.
Hmm.
So
But it just seems like Microsoft knows that they have, a game that could be a big hit on there because they're rolling out the red carpet for it. They've already done one update for it. They're doing another update. They're doing a bundle for it. They're doing probably Twitch streaming for it. So it does seem like they know what they have on their hands.
I think, and honestly, that's like that may be unless Halo does come out this year. I think that is going to be like their big game. I mean, for the Xbox One exclusive, yeah, there's Halo, but the thing is, I can't seem to find a release date for it, or even an estimated date.
I want to say they said a year. It was either I want to say it was 2014, but who knows? It might have been 2015.
They may have
But
pushed it. It may be.
Sunset Overdrive was 2014, I want to think, too. So that could be
Uh,
their holiday. There definitely is going to be at least one holiday exclusive, but I
right.
just I just can't think of what it's going to be right now.
I see another game called Quantum Break. That's a third-person
Oh yeah,
shooter.
I forgot Quantum Break.
Boosh.
But I think Quantum Break is going to be niche though. I think it's too narrative focused
Yeah.
to be like some big system seller.
That's the only thing I see, and honestly, it's going to be Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, and Halo, but I don't see dates for them.
Hmm.
Like I want to like here's the thing, they've got quite a few uh PS4 only games. Like I see, I don't know what they are. I just see titles like Deep Down, Drive Club, EverQuest Next, but that's gonna be also for PC. Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Okay.
Hmm.
That's marked as an adventure game. So I think that's what the first game of the new Irrational games is going to be. There's Hokum. I have no idea. That seems to say TBC, and that's like the genre. Otherwise, it's coming from PS3, PS4, and PS Vita. Um, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All Star Battle.
The thing is, I don't want to play any of the games you've named so far.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
But who knows what the
we're
Rapture game's
still
gonna
early
be?
on in the
But
year. We got to wait for E3 to come along, and then
yeah,
there'll be some announcements and some cutscenes and things we'll be able to watch but not play for 6 to 8 months. And then we got to wait for packs for them to be even a demo.
did you see much backlash about the price drop? I saw a few, comments and articles that were like, "Oh, I just got a, Xbox last week. Now it's a price drop."
Yeah, but all
Bullshit.
the price drop's gonna account for is the game, and even then, I don't think it even covers the full game, does it? Because it's only you said £30, right?
Yeah, it's in the
Actually,
UK, not in America. In America, it's the same price, but in the
right.
UK, they dropped it, and you get the game free.
But
And in America, it's the regular price, and you get the game free.
isn't like a full game here in America $60, right?
Yeah,
It's only $50. Like 30 British pounds is about $50.
yeah.
So that doesn't even cover the game. You're technically $50 knocked off of the game.
But in a way, there's $110 value. So it's $60 for the game and $50 off. But either way, it's not, with electronics.
I think you mean
You
$10
know it.
value.
You know it's going to be a sell on it eventually. You know it's going to be a price
Yeah, just wait for
difference.
Black Friday this year. I mean, if people are going to be bitching about it, wait till Black Friday. You'll see like bundle with lower price there. I mean, I'm still waiting to see the Wii U go down to like 250 or something like that, or 300. Is it three? It's 300 right now, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. What's a
But I'm
Wii
saying
U?
like that'll happen this year.
What is that? I don't know what a Wii U is.
But like that's the thing, every bitches about that kind of stuff. It's like, you know what? If you're gonna bitch about it, it's gonna happen. It's
Never get
inevitability.
a cell phone. Never get an Apple product if you want to complain.
Well, I'm kind of that. Um, but yeah, like I don't understand people that bitch about that kind of stuff. Like, oh, I already got the console, and they're gonna do a price drop. It's like, no, I mean it's a price drop on this one particular bundle in the UK or in
Yeah,
Britain.
yeah.
So I mean it's a very small market, and all they're doing is like basically making it so the game costs $10. So
Well, I would still say it's $110 value, but yeah,
how's it $110?
because you're getting 50 off the console and you're getting a $60 game.
Yeah, so it's only a $10 value because basically it's like saying you're knocking $50 off the game.
Not really, no, because you're knocking $50 off the console, and then you're getting the game free.
How are you getting the game free? I thought it was a bundle, is and you're buying the Xbox One and included was with the game.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, they're
bought it separately, you have to spend extra 100. If there was no price drop and you had to buy the Titanfall separately, you had to spend 110 extra if there was no bundle. So you saved $110
okay. How is it going up $110 if you buy the game?
because you have to buy the console at full price. So
Yeah.
so it's $50 more, and then you have to buy the game. So you have to drop another 60
How's it $50 more in order to buy the console?
because the console is $50 off.
Okay, you're losing me because you're separating the two. You're making it okay. The bundle is, from what I understand, how much was the original price of the bundle? Wasn't it like 330 British pounds, right?
The bundle is, hold on, let me go back and look.
The original price.
Hold on, I have to bring up the article.
Oh, come on
Uh,
now, man. But what I'm saying is, like, I just see it as they're taking $50 off the game because it's going to be an Xbox One is 500. So you take off, $50 off something that should cost
okay,
500.
reading this article, it was the console. Does not even talk about the game. The console was 430, and then it went to 400 pounds or euros or whatever currency, whatever magical currency it is. It went from 430 sapphires to 400 sapphires, and then you get the game.
Sapphires.
Yeah, whatever.
Um.
So
Okay.
they knocked off 30. Let's say 50 for us. Let's say $50 for us
Yeah. So it's just $10 off. So the
for
the,
the
the game.
console, and then you get the game. So it's a
Well,
hundred.
that's not a bundle though.
How's that not a bundle?
A bundle comes with the game. Comes with it.
It does come with it. I'm saying it's $110 value.
How is it $110 value though? If you're buying the game with a console separate, it's the
You're
console
not
costs.
buying the game.
Why no?
The
But I'm
game
just
comes
saying,
with it.
if the game and the console are separate, that's $500 plus $60. So that's $560. If you're taking $50 off the bundle price, that's only $610. So it's only $10 more, or $10 in order to basically buy the game. You're still paying the 600 in order to get the console,
How
and
do we
then
get to 600? What the hell are you talking
or
about?
500. Sorry, 500. 500 for an Xbox One and $60 for a game. So it's $560 for game and console. Boom. You knock off $50 off that, it's $510. And so I'm trying to wonder where the hell the $110 value is coming from.
Oh my god! All right, I'll just wait till you after the podcast. How about that?
Explain the math to me, please. I know understand math. Okay.
Jesus.
I have to be difficult for the sake of being difficult. All right.
But let me just say one more time, okay?
Oh God.
Let's just say in American dollars, the console.
Is $500.
No, let's say you get the no. For us, it'd be 450.
Why is it 450 now?
Oh my god! You get Xbox One,
Yeah.
Connect, and Titanfall for 450.
So it's coming with the Connect does Connect cost extra?
No, Connect always
Okay.
comes with it.
So you're knocking off $50 off the console.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you're getting a game.
So now you're saying the game comes with it for free with the console, whether or not. No. I'm just saying, like, okay, like how like Nintendo's or any other game, you buy the game and
The
you're
game is in
giving
the
it,
box. It's
or
in the console box.
right, and that's included with the price, so it's a free game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. You weren't making it sound like it was a free game.
The
It's
fuck are you even? Did you
I'm saying the
read this
game is
story?
free if you buy the damn console. That is, in fact, a bundle. But if the bundle is, sometimes they say, okay, you buy this, you get this included with it, but you basically get the same things together. That's how sometimes they get you. It's like, okay, normally you buy an Xbox One and this one game, that's $560. But for this one bundle, we're just gonna knock it off $50. So it's actually like a game's only gonna cost you like $10. Like I didn't know if this is an official thing or like a GameStop kind of bundle, you know?
This is official temporary bundle, as far as I
Official
know.
temporary.
Yes, it's done by Microsoft and it's temporary.
Okay, so it's like actually packaged in the box. Okay, that's
Yes.
different. Okay.
Yes, if you look at this, if you actually click on this goddamn article, you would see
Oh,
that
do
the
I have to?
Xbox One box
But
looks
then I wouldn't
different.
have the fun of annoying.
It has Titanfall graphics on the Xbox One box because
Does it?
because the game is inside the box and it comes with it for $50 less, so it's $110 value off of it. That's what I've been saying for an hour. All right, in the show. I gotta go.
Oh wow, there it is on the box. All right, I'll stop screwing with you. Okay. Vincent, you ain't got nothing else left to say.
Nope.
Okay. I've got my Twitter, at Aaron_GGF. Then there's usual stuff for Entertainment Fuse, Digital High. Twitter is at Entertain Fuse. There's always us on iTunes, where you can easily find us there. The show Digital High will always be uploaded on the website, no later than Friday night. So always look for us there. Easily just entertainmentfuse.com. Entertainmentfuse.com. I didn't want to say entertain fuse. So entertainmentfuse.com. You can easily find us there. We always link also to iTunes, so you can find all our past episodes. We also do have the YouTube channel, but every now and then we're having trouble with YouTube. That's touch and go. And then of course there is our Twitch, which is just Entertainment Fuse. Twitch.tv Entertainment Fuse. So I believe that's everything. See, iTunes, YouTube, the website, Twitch. There's Facebook.
Sounds about that.
You can find us on Facebook really easy. Just search Entertainment Fuse. That's really easy. You can find us there, no problem. Ain't that hard. That sounds about it. I'm Aaron, and Vince, you got nothing else to say? No last parting words, goodbyes.
Learn math, kids. And learn how to read. You can click on links.
Get stuff education. It helps you. It helps you instead of counting your fingers and toes. I had socks on, so I couldn't do arithmetic.
Goodbye, Aaron. God damn.